review on episode 13 of Shadowhunters, and I cannot believe I'm saying these words, but I am officially doing a review of season 1 of Shadowhunters. We've had a whole season of it, which is so weird to think about because 0.5 seconds ago, we were talking about casting. The Shadowhunter writer, producer guys, no way in hell ever saw that ending coming. So we start off with Alec, and he walks up to his mother, and he's like, "Mom, have you seen Lydia?" And she's just silent, and he's like, Mom. And she's silent for about 20 more seconds, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, you little 50-year-old woman. Are you not mature enough to not give somebody the silent treatment?" Then Robert comes up and reasons with Moss. It's kind of awkward because they switched parents. It was Robert who was homophobic and hated Alec in the books. And, I mean, we have time to flip-flop this in the future. So, right now, I really don't care about it. And finally, Maris is like, "Probably in your father's office packing." So Alec goes into the hallway, and Magnus is there, and Magnus says this line, and it's like, "On a scale from 1 to 10, how uncomfortable was it?" And it's like, off the charts. I could see Magnus saying these lines. We have to say this though, this episode, all the characters, they were blinging it. They were blinging it. We go to Alec, and he's going in search of Lydia, and he finds the collapse on the floor, and we go to the security systems, and Lydia had said the word Hodge, and then Isabel's like, "Hodge would never betray us, his family," and then 0.1 seconds later, you saw the video clip of Hodge doing that to Lydia. Cut to the next scene, and Jace and Alec are preparing for the fight for Valentine, because they're going after him, or going after Hodge to get the cup. One of those. I can see Jace's point about how he was raised by Valentine and Clay was not, so they're not like siblings. And I was like, yeah, Clay, get the damn memo. Jace and Alec are like tracking down Hodge / Valentine, and Alec's like, "Yeah, but he didn't leave anything behind. Can we track him with Magnus?" And then Jace says his line, and he's like, "Stop using your stele, Alec." Malik teasing 101. This is it, man. I've wanted this throughout the whole book series. I want Jason, Isabel, and maybe Clary to poke fun at Malik sometimes because it's just fun. They called Luke's pack to track him. "Oh yeah, you gave the freaking mortal cup to effing Valentine. Did you really think you'd have any allies?" And Jace is slaying. And I knew he wanted to kill Hodge because they couldn't change the plot twist that much. But he's slaying. He's slamming against the wall, and when Hodge pulls out his little blade turners, Jace pulls out, I thought he was going to pull out the sloth blade, but he pulls out something else that weirdly looked like 2 lightsabers from Star Wars if you duct tape them together. I was like, what is his blade? What's a sloth blade? Where's that? But like 0.5 seconds later, Jace like knocks all the weapons out and they're just fist fighting. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And that was I think that was the best fight scene we've ever had in this entire season. Because that right there is our Jace. He was kind of cold-hearted and kind of mean and very, very brutal. And I could just... does anybody remember the scene in the beginning of City of Ashes with Jace? This is how I pictured Jace in that scene, like this. Maybe it's not City of Ashes yet, but I could see the personality kind of mixing together with the darkness inside of him. One scene where Jace takes the blade and he just cuts and Hodge's hand goes flying off. I don't remember if Hodge got his hand cut off in the book or not. I don't really care if that fits with the book or not. I just, whatever. And Jace is about to kill Oz. I'm like, oh, okay, let's just go for the kill. And the next second, Alec has him tackled, and Luke is there. Meanwhile, we have Clary and Isabel and Simon bargaining with Raphael to talk to Camille. Did y'all really think the bargain would work, y'all? Isabel is like on this distraction mission, while Simon is wheeling Clary in through a fake coffin. And I was like, what is this? They open the casket, and I will admit I jumped at this scene because Camille's laying there dead. And the next second, she's like, and I was like, oh god, because I wasn't expecting that. Clary pulls out her sloth blade and Simon a stake, and they're threatening Camille. Camille, we know in the books, to just be out there, like, gone. And then they're leaving through the tunnels because Camille's like, I can sell you the book, just want my freedom. they're going out through these tunnels, and Raphael and them stop them, and they're about to attack, and suddenly the wall explodes, and Isabel and her reigning glory walks in, and I'm like, okay, we can forget about that whole weird, awkward conversation, bad plot idea, because our queen's walking to us through the light. They're escaping, and they're walking, and Camille's like, one more thing, actually. Oh, yeah, I want Simon to sign this thing saying, I didn't break any laws. Alec and Luke lose Jace and Hodge. They just disappear because Jace is like talking to Valentine through the ring, and they keep saying he's almost Valentine. And I was like, I didn't see this coming in the end though. I thought, okay, Jace is going to be good. Jace is good. When they're in Magnus's apartment getting the stupid paper, Camille is being manipulative, and I gotta say I like the acting of Camille. She's playing her light. I didn't like the Clary Simon scene, but other than that, throughout this whole entire episode, she seemed pretty manipulative and like Camille in the books. I give her like an 85%. She spins Magnus around and kisses him right as Alec walks to the door. And I was just like, no, it's too soon. This is not the kind of book series. This is wrong. Now I feel like I'm going to critique Malik more. I don't really know, but like, I never saw Camille kiss Magnus. Stop it. That was weird. And Magnus is just like, this crazy and whatever. And we already are having Malik troubles. They have this conversation in the hall about the immortal and the mortal. And I'm just like, nope. It's too soon to bring up issues like that. It's too soon. Camille leads him to the apartment. She's like, yeah, I don't actually know where it is, kind of hidden. So y'all just go look for it here. I'm going to leave. And right then, as Jace is talking to Valentine, he's like, oh my God, they're in danger. And he's calling. I don't know why he wasn't calling anybody except for Clary. I'm going to assume he was, but you just heard Clary's voice message. And then he called Clary again and finds the Book of White. Okay, the Book of White. That was well done. In the book, it was hidden in a cookbook. And I don't remember if it was actually just a book hidden in a book or if it was a book that was magically made. But she puts the book halves together because this cookbook her mom used to own, and it turned into the Book of White. So I got that. It was a cookbook. It was really well done. Really liked that. Next scene later, Valentine's there, and I'm like, well, shit. What I hated was Isabel goes to attack and Simon goes to attack. They knock Simon to his ass. Number one, he's a vampire. He can move faster than that. But I could kind of see him get caught a little. But they just pick Isabel up and just... That's not... Right, Isabel, your fight scenes were so well until that scene. We have this moment where Jace is like, I won't fight. I'll go with you. And he goes into the portal with Valentine. I was like, whoa. Whoa, did not see that coming anywhere. WTF is that? Jace with Valentine working. I thought they were going to cage Jace, but we see what happens to the end. And Alex stops Clary from running through, and Clary is crying. They pulled the Harry Potter when Sirius died, holding them back, crying. Okay? I have no idea how I feel on that. I was like, this is too dramatic for the first one. And I was like, this is really sad. I want to cry. So I was just torn between it. It was okay. I kind of expected Clary to be like that later on. But it worked for me. It was fine. I'll tolerate it in there. It's just not my favorite thing in the episode. But Kat's acting was really great and emotional. But then we get to that Malik awkward scene that I didn't want to talk about until a couple more seasons because I want Malik to have some happiness. It's literally been hours since the wedding. Camille's already hitting around that Magnus loves Alec, and I was like, give Alec some time, man. It's been about 5 hours, so you might want to like step back. They wake Jocelyn, which I did see coming in the finale, and she's like, you know, maybe she can explain it later. Maybe she's Valentine's weakness. We get to see that in the next season. And the last scene is Valentine's like with his army on his ship. And I just realized what that ship was. Because I was like, why are they on a ship? I was like, oh yeah, City of Ashes. Ship! He's like, stand for me and my son. And we can rule this dark army. And Jace just kind of looks at Valentine and just kind of looks ahead. And he looks dark. But I know Jace is torn between this. I know he's going to betray Valentine. I thought Valentine would have him, like, locked up because can't fully trust him yet. But nope, they're just going to just gonna let him go. WTF are we gonna see with Jace, man? Jace cannot stay on this dark side any longer. I want to chase my badass that I saw in the beginning. Okay. Things I will point out about this episode that I loved. Every single actor was amazing. We had Claylee's stubbornness in this one scene where she's like, I'm not leaving, Jace. And I don't know what it was, but I was like, oh my god, that's Claylee. Her pure iron wall of stubbornness, which I hated so much about her, yet that made Claylee. I was like, that's Claylee, right there. We had Isabel's fierceness, like, excuse me, I think I saved you. And her walking through the light, yeah, I didn't like that one fight scene, but whatever, we got our badass back. We had Simon and Claylee in their emotional scene that was touching. We had Alec kind of starting to get conflicted with Magnus, which I didn't really like to be pointed out so soon, and Magnus to be showing emotion towards Alec, and I was just like, you know, they're a little too emotional, they're a little too forward. But as for that plot, because it does come in, they were playing it really, really well. I liked that Alex stopped Claire from jumping in the portal because Jace asked it. And they're with Jace, even though they're not with Jace, really. Jace was just so strong in here. It was amazing. He wasn't really witty or sarcastic, but I wasn't really expecting that in the finale. And it was so climatic and so action-packed, and I loved it. And it was definitely good for a season 1 finale. So I think it was a really good finale. I cannot believe the next time I'll be filming a video for like this could be next year. Some said at least 2017 was when they come back, which is insane because I always film videos like this for Tuesday. I'm going to film another video of me just really harshly critiquing season 1 and putting everything together. So you can stay tuned for that. I'm Annalyse. Thank you for watching. I think I can say I won't see you next week. I'll just say see you for season 2. Bye.